Hello community, hello ED. We created this video to show some serious issue we found in DCS. It won't be surprise if I announce here that there's a problem with displaying contacts in multiplayer environment in DCS. Especially on servers like Enigma with rich air-to-ground and air-to-air environment, contacts seem to disappear in most unexpected or random way. But the problem seems to be independent from Enigma specifics. It's rather pure DCS issue, and I'll try to explain what's all about. So here you see the simple mission created to show you how this bug looks like. In this mission there are two groups of 4 contacts. There's also a row of ground targets, exactly 92 of them. As you may see, it means that we have exactly 100 contacts, 8 of them in the air, and right in between them another 92 contacts on the ground. So let's check how does it look like in virtual reality. Okay, let's play the mission. Let me load the cockpit. It's an air start, of course. Okay, and pause here. Let's count the targets. Maybe it's lost in all the compression in YouTube, but you shall see 4 contacts on the left and 4 contacts on the right. There's also visible a row of ground targets on the ground. For everyone who may check himself, in this post I left the mission which I used to perform this test. So what happens if I make this row of ground contacts bigger? Let's add 1 contact more. So currently we have 101 contact. 4 contacts on the left, 4 contacts on the right, and 93 contacts on the ground. Let's check how is it displayed in DCS now. And surprise, surprise, there are 3 contacts on the left and 4 contacts on the right. 1 contact is missing. It's, of course, it shows himself if we zoom our screen right onto it, but the dot itself, it's not more visible. Right? So let's check what's happening if I adjust number of ground targets and make them even bigger. So it's 94 contacts on the ground. Let's see how does it look like right now. Okay, let's get into the cockpit. You see 94 contacts and 8 contacts like previously. As expected, 3 contacts on the left side and 3 contacts on the right side. And from inside the cockpit we see actually the same. 3 contacts on the right, 3 contacts on the left, and of course probably all the ground contacts. Let's check if it's not a coincidence, so I add 1 more ground contact. It's 95 ground contacts now and 8 air contacts. And you may see here in threads section there's exactly as I told. Okay, and as we may see, another contact, another airborne contact is missing. The more ground targets we add, the fewer air contacts we will see. Let's check this further. Probably you are curious just like me what happens if I move the ground contacts outside line of sight. So let's move the ground contacts slightly to the side and let's see how does it look like. So in wide view, as expected, we see the 5 contacts in the air, but look what happens when I move my head and the column of ground contacts moves outside the screen. You see? The airborne contacts appear just in the moment when ground contacts disappearing outside the corner of the screen. And please note that currently I'm using the ordinary screen. Previously I used VR, so it's actually not relevant if I use VR or not. The bug is the same in both cases. Dots are disappearing. Okay, let's check if it's all not just the coincidence. So I reduce the number of ground contacts back to 90, so we stay below the magic 100 contacts. And let's see how does it look like. Okay, let's wait for the cockpit to load, and here we go. So I see bright as a day, all the contacts again. Ground contacts are there to the side. I can move my head left and right, and all the contacts stay visible, right? Please take over from here. We perform further tests. For example, what happens if we press the later activation in Mission Editor. It seems that it's not relevant, when contacts disappear because of later activation, and they're not affecting surroundings. But as soon as they appear, of course, the problem also appear. So please take a look at this, check all by yourself, and make as many people interested as you may get. I think it's mostly important right now from all the bugs in DCS.